So, I'd like to thank you all so much for coming. Really, really appreciate it. Just know that you were not pulled out of a hat. You were all actually chosen to be here for Antonius and Caryn's special day because you're family. I nominated myself to be MC because you're all family. I don't have to be shy. Keep it real. And I really hope that you've all enjoyed today. Thank you for coming. So our first speech, and I encourage you, those that I call up, to come and say something. Don't rush. Take your time, because no one here knows you and the stories you're going to tell, and I believe you'll enjoy it. Okay? So, you know how people talk and you're all looking up here? Smile, so that we're comfortable and it all flows. Don't feel like you're getting bored. I will come and see you. So I'd like to welcome up Cecil, and Cecil is Caryn's father. And he will do the toast to our guests. Come, Cecil. Come, please.
Thanks, Alu.
You're welcome.
I'm normally not a shy person, but I almost dropped the camera there, sorry. Where do we start? Caryn. Okay. Here we go. I just want to give God. I just want to give God the praise and honor for today, to have a daughter like Caryn. We have a very special bond in our family, and you know, when you have kids, we have a saying in our family that we give them roots and then we give them wings. Well, she's not in the defense force or flying a pilot, but she's free to do what she wants. And giving them wings is the hardest, because you have to release them into this world and trust that they will walk with God and that they would abide by the principles that we entrust in them. And today, I can just give God the praise and the honor that we give the trust. And she's met Antonius. Actually, I met Antonius some time back, and with a ball, I looked at the young man's eyes and I said to my wife, I said, man, that's her husband. And Antonius came and he asked me, like a young man, if he can go out with Caryn. And it broke my heart, because nowadays you don't get guys doing that. And I just want to thank God that I have a son-in-law that respects God, that respects his family, his in-laws, and I would say his wife now. And it's hard when, okay, I have to every time break away because it gets emotional. I picked up Caryn on Friday morning, and from the minute she got into the car, the tears were rolling, but it was tears of joy. I went to pick her up and it was rolling, and I thought, man, come on, concentrate on the road. But, you know, it was tears of joy that my daughter is starting her life the right way, that she's got God in her hand, in her life. And I look around and I see people, young people, moving in together, living, I'm trying to judge you guys, living 10, 20 years, whatever. And then they turn away and easy come, easy go. Everything ends like that. And I would want to thank God that at least these two has taken God into their lives to be the third person in the relationship. And, okay, I think I have to cut it short, but yeah. Well, I want to give God grace, glory, thanks, everything for Antonius and Caryn. So, I'm not going to make it long. I thought I'm doing this. Those?
Yeah, let me find the cup.
Don't.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, while we're waiting with the cup, also want to thank Salu.
Christian reception.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. We are behaving ourselves.
Okay, it doesn't pump that fast really. It doesn't pump that fast, but yeah, I'm not nervous.
You okay?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, sister.
I'm good. Okay, we do it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I'll keep it to Caryn, Antonius, and their future together. May God be in your lives, and we as a family, mom, dad, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and everybody here is witness to you guys. So hulle sê in Suid-Afrika, lang sal jy lewe gesondheid. Love you.
Thank you, Cecil. If I call you up to come in for to do your speech, please bring your cup with you. I'd like to welcome up Catherine. Catherine is Caryn's mom.
The saying, it takes a village to raise a child, comes from Africa. And I'm looking at all the people here. You are the village of those two. Some from a very young age, some not so long ago. And like Salu said, we didn't pull names out of a hat. You are here because we want you to share this day with us. Thank you so much. I met Antonius and Caryn. We will get to that, how they met. We will get to that in a minute. I met Antonius when they were 10, 11 years old. And from that time already, and we became friends. And from that time already, I could see his integrity, the kind of person he is. And I'm going to give you a few examples. Within the first week of us meeting them, he made Caryn and Chelsea practice Louisa's name. You are going to say it right. It's my sister's name, you will say it right. We all call her Sa, but her real name is Blue, and they had to Blue. Yeah. Because I value my sister and her name is important. You're going to say it right. Few months later, we were visiting Salu then, And we were sitting in the lounge chatting, sent the kids into the kitchen to make us sandwiches and coffee and whatever. And then I heard out of the kitchen, Caryn, when you make a sandwich for my mum, you butter the bread right up to the crust, to the edges. And Caryn gave a look, butter the bread right up to the edges. So that tells me what he's doing for his family must be done right. And I've always learned throughout the years that look at the guy, this is for the young girls, look at the guy and see how he treats his sister and his mom. Then you will know how he will treat you one day in your marriage. So I know how my daughter is going to be treated. But the story goes on. He came and he called, Auntie, can I come and see you and Uncle? Exactly a year ago today. And I said, okay, come. So we knew what was going to come. I just want to come and ask you, can I court Caryn? Yes, you can. And then before Easter, we got another call, similar. He came. I just wanted to ask you for Caryn's hand in marriage. I didn't say much because I was... But yeah, those are values that I have learned through the years. It's part of Antonius. There are many, many, many other examples. And one more example. Last week, Caryn came for the weekend. Quickly, last final things for the wedding. And she came with a bus. And her bus was supposed to arrive at 5:30 in the morning. And she said, usually Antonius will go and pick her up, but he will be at work that early in the morning. So I came from work, her dad was at home, and when I walked in, he said, oh, Antonius just left. I said, oh, why? What's happening? No, he came and he brought something for Caryn. I said, oh. And then I saw on the kitchen bench, there was a card, there were flowers, there was Caryn's favorite muesli, there were bagels, and there was soy milk for the muesli because she takes soy milk, and there was bagels and cream cheese. And he left her there, that for Caryn, because he won't be there to pick her up and take her for breakfast. That is Antonius. Let all the men in the room learn from Antonius. So that is my son-in-law. But you know what? Son-in-law is a legal title. Antonius, you are special. And you're special to me. And Caryn is special to me as well. And I look at you too, and I can see the love, and the love, and the love. And sometimes we would go, when will this two stop? But don't stop. Don't stop. Antonius, and I'm not crying. I was gonna say I'm crying because, and now I'm surprised I'm not crying. I'm doing well, hey? Yeah. Antonius, you're not my son-in-law. You're my son-in-love. Thank you, Antonius. Okay. Caryn, you need to look after him. To come back to the day that we met. As a family, we went through a bit of a rough patch. A long, rough patch. And I said to myself, and I prayed, Lord, please help me through this. I'm the mom. And I don't want my kids to be affected with whatever is happening between me and my husband. And I prayed, what can I do for my kids? And it came to me, or God spoke to me and said to me, keep them busy. Man, I was tired of driving around to this and that and this and that and this and that. And then I saw in the local newspaper, the small one, there's a singing workshop, 10 weeks for kids. It is titled, I Believe I Can. And they use music to instill those skills into the kids. Right? This is just the thing. But now you have to remember, at that stage we were living in Puanui. In the mornings, I get in my car, I drop Caryn off in Howick at Howick Intermediate. This tiny little thing, before the caretaker is even there at the school. And then I go and wait for the before care for Chelsea at her school in Botany. Some days I just threw her out of the car because I have to rush through to Papakura to be on time for my job. In the afternoon, we will do it all over again. So the problem was, this singing workshop was in Mangere. But then I thought, I'm doing this for my kids. So, of all the driving every day and once a week, Mangere. Oh, and that time on a Monday, they had to go sing in Auckland Girls Choir that has rehearsals in Remuera. So, and then on Thursday, Mangere. I was driving up to 800 kilometers a week. But we will do this. So the first week I got there, went inside with the kids and was watching what they were doing. And next to me, there's no other adults. The parents drop their kids off. But next to me is sitting this woman. And this woman comes, and I'm sitting with my own thoughts and my own issues and life and whatever. Kids are sorted, now what's the next? So this woman came and, hi. Which kids are yours? I said, those two, the one looks like me, yeah. And the other one is a sister, looks like a dad's family, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, and I thought, don't talk to me. I'm busy with my own meditation, my own mindfulness, my own feeling better, whatever. My name is Salu. Catherine, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, those three are mine. See, Antonius, and that's Sa, and my sister's daughter is staying with us, Odette. Oh, thank you. And that was it. The next week, I pulled up and I realized they don't need me there in this venue. Told the kids, they got out and I said, listen, I'm not going to go away. I'm just going to put a seat down. I need to take a nap. Okay, Mommy, and they went. Put my seat down. I'm going to have a nap. Next minute, on the window. And my mom would have been appalled with my manners. I didn't turn the window, I didn't roll it down. I roll it down this much. Get the message, this much. And then Salu said, how are you? Good, thank you. Oh, are your kids inside already? Yeah. Oh, mine too, all three of them. Okay. And then her phone rings. No, she first said to me, let us talk a little bit. And okay, no, I'm tired. I've driven quite a lot this week and I just want to have a nap. And then her phone rings and she picks up, she doesn't move away, she's standing by this window. And she goes, oh, hi, honey. It's my husband. Hi, honey. Yeah. No, the kids are at the singing workshop. Yes, yeah. But Emmanuel, I can't talk long to you because I'm just talking to my new friend. And I thought, oh my word, didn't the woman see this? What she did next? Come sit by me in my car. I said, no, I'm fine, I'm okay. Come, I've got chips in the car. I said, no, I don't want chips, it's okay. And I still, to this day, I don't know how it happened, but 5 minutes later, I was sitting in a car eating chips. Yes, and then we talked about everyday things about our kids and all that, and she asked me, where do you go to church? And I said, oh, well, we went to a South African church in Papatoetoe, but they moved to the North Shore, and I don't see myself getting up what time on a Sunday to get to church on time. Come and visit us. So, and then I said to the kids, oh, you remember San, Odette, and Antonius? Their mum invited us for church to come and see. And we went. And after church, come for lunch. Manuel, what are we having for lunch, Manuel? Catherine and the kids are coming. Let's quickly get something organized. And that is the beginning of those two. So, Antonius and Caryn, I wish you all the luck and I wish you all the joy. And especially joy, because when you are happy, when there's joy in your life, all the other things are there as well. There's happiness, there's love, there is abundance. And I'm praying to God that He will continue to bless you. So, Caryn and Antonius, you are my children. You my son-in-law. Thank you. Oh, what a waste.
You did well. I told you got it. Thank you, Catherine. Just from my end, when I was sitting next to Catherine, I was on my mobile, you know the flip phones? So I was texting. No lie, I was texting away and God put on my heart, put your phone down and talk to her. Because I could see Catherine in the corner of my eye. Put your phone down and talk to her. And then after I talked to her, he showed me, keep talking to her, you'll have a friend for life. And so, you know, and we sit here today, and to be honest, we never talked about Antonius and Caryn and, you know, any of our kids, because for a long time, it was just Antonius and the 4 girls. So that was who he grew up with. But we never thought of them that way. And God, in all his planning, it all birthed later. Yeah, when Antonius called a meeting and told us he was in love. But that's another thing. So I'd like to invite Emmanuel, Antonius's, well, my husband, Antonius's father, and Antonius's best man. I was telling everyone, I've got a story. Okay, Emmanuel is Antonius's best man because when he was really young, you know how you do a project on your school hero? So Antonius came home from intermediate and he really wanted to do his project on his father. But when he told the teacher said no. And said, no, he's not a hero. But Antonius said, but he is. He's my hero. But the teacher wouldn't let him. and told Antonius to do a project on John Key. So, when Antonius told us he was getting married, and we asked him, who do you want to be your best man? He goes, Dad. And I went, no. You need someone young, one of your cousins. He goes, Mom, I really want Dad to be my best man. And God showed me that this is the chance for me for us to listen to what Antonius wants. In our family, there's only 4 of us, and poor Antonius is the quiet one. Me, Sa, and Manuel were all bossy, and the poor kid has had to give in to the 4 superstars. So I'd like to invite Manuel up.
Oh, fell down.
You gonna hug me?
Check man. Thank you, darling. Wow. And that's why I married this woman. It's full of surprises. Good afternoon and welcome. Everyone here, on behalf of Antonius and Caryn, just want to thank you for coming. I just want you to know that you're here because you mean a lot to Antonius. You mean a lot to Caryn. That's why you're here. Okay? Jacinta Ardern wanted to come, but so sorry, Antonius doesn't want you. Nah. My name is Emmanuel, and I'm Antonius' best man and father. At first I was thinking, gosh, son, are you sure? I didn't say that to his face, but I was like, but then I realized that we have a long history together, and we've had each other's back for a while now. From the many piano lessons to the driving lessons to the life lessons, what a journey it has been. Growing up, I was blessed with great family, a great wife, and as you've heard today, a great son. The word says, a wise son brings joy to his father, and that's what you've brought me today, son. Thank you. You're the closest thing I have to a best friend, and even more. It's an honor to be your best man, and I will cherish this moment now and forevermore. Caryn, you look stunning today, and on behalf of our family and now your family, we are so happy for you both. You know, I would say to my daughter, Lewa Sa, over there, I would say to her, Sa, make sure you look after Antonius. Thinking that she was going to get married first and have family and all that sort of thing. And then something happened that no one predicted. I know right now, she's probably holding back the tears so her makeup doesn't run. But I may be 24 years older, Antonius, but you challenge me every day on how you do life. Thank you. I take a lot of pride in being able to stand here with you, Antonius. You are the most dedicated and loyal friend anyone could have. You are the most loving son a father could have. Today you came here single, and you leave here a married man, a husband to your beautiful wife, Caryn, the one who truly loves and cares for you. and is dedicated to you, the one who God has chosen for you. So Antonius and Caryn, just a little advice. A great marriage isn't something that just happens. It's something that must be created. Marriage is like a partnership, and if you partner with God, you'll overcome anything. So can I ask everyone to raise your glasses? To Antonius and Caryn, here's to a lifetime of love and happiness. Amen.
Exactly easy for everyone. Some people coming from Wellington, some people coming or just having to drive from Auckland out here. I know it was a bit of a drive, especially on a rainy day, so thank you so much for coming out. Onto the speech. I have to say, writing the speech was difficult in the sense that there's so many memories. I've known Antonius since I was 9. I've known Caryn all my life, so there's lots of memories, and if I'm honest, the only thing that really came into my mind, and I wrote it like I think 3 times, and I was like, Chelsea, that's not a speech, is just finally. Finally, they are finally married. After 13 years, I can say you're married, you're each other's problem. Me and Sai don't have to watch you guys pine away. We can just go and be, over here in our single land, while you guys over here in your googly eyes, lovesick moment. So, yeah. Caryn and I are very close, but we didn't always have a very good relationship. So, as a fact I know will surprise many of you, but yes, there was lots of slamming doors and yelling or whisper yelling so we didn't get caught by Ma, and name calling in English and Afrikaans. And when Ma banned those words in the house, we would make up words to annoy each other out of complete gibberish, complete nonsense, until Ma would then ban those words. So it hasn't always been, sunshine and flowers. But as we grew older and we grew closer, Caryn and I were so close that last year we actually shared a room together. Something I do not recommend when your sister is in her first year of dating her long-distance boyfriend. There were many Zoom calls and Facebook times that I did not need to be hearing. There's only so much headphones can do, and those voices that Uncle Emmanuel said that Antonius made, same voice Caryn had, the same floaty feeling. She would walk around the house, and I always used to think, they've known each other for 12 years, why are they speaking to each other like this when they used to speak to each other like normal people? But, Caryn has always been friendly and kind and very cheerful, which meant that I kind of became the opposite. I'm very observant, very discerning, thank God for that, and very protective. So where Caryn would go and befriend a whole group of strangers, I would sit there, watch everyone, figure out if the intentions are good or not. And if I didn't think the intentions were good, be like, Caryn, we're going. And Caryn would be like, no, Caryn, we're going. These people are not the people. We pray for them, but we go. But Antonius and Caryn has always made sense. And I think, even though I'm very protective over Caryn, I'm not sure if many of you know that, even though I'm very protective over Caryn, I knew that with Antonius I would never have to worry. Antonius treats Caryn better than I could, to be quite honest. I remember one time when we were living in our old flat, there were 3 flights of stairs outside the flat, because Wellington houses are built different, guys. They're built on top of one another. And Caryn decided, she was like, I'm tired, I don't want to walk. And Antonius comes into the door, carrying Caryn over the threshold. Where do you want to be placed down. And I'm thinking to myself, did he just carry you up 3 flights of concrete stairs and then another flight of stairs to get into the house and then still ask, where do you want to be placed? And of course, Caryn was, oh, over there, my love, thank you. In that way, they both complement each other very well. I think, I think my side of the family, so my mom and I, we always knew, and I think even some of our friends, Caryn's friends, knew that those two would end up together. If I had $1 for every time we had to hear about Antonius after church, after youth, after seeing Auntie Salu's family, Antonius, didn't he look so handsome today? Antonius said this to me, Antonius did that. And my mum and I are going, 12 years of this, of Antonius. We would actually be billionaires. I would not have to work, I could retire now. But alas, don't get paid for those things. So, I can even recall a time where Sa, Caryn, Antonius and I were standing in the kitchen, and Caryn was washing the dishes, I was drying them, Sa and Antonius were packing away because it was their house and I didn't know where everything went yet. And I remember how they decided that that was the opportune time to confess about how they used to like each other when they were younger. I don't remember much of that conversation except holding that dish rag, praying to God, just, can I be anywhere but here right now? If I have to pretend, as they pretend to be like, oh, a couple of years ago I used to like you. And I'm sitting, me and Sa standing there like, are you serious? Like, are you actually having this conversation while I'm trying to do the dishes? I can't go anywhere else because if the dishes are not done, the parent's gonna be like, why aren't you in the kitchen? So I have to stand there and listen to this, I used to like you, knowing full well that she still liked him at that point. I think, or another time, when Caryn came home, very upset, very, very distraught, Antonius doesn't want to be called my brother. He got upset when I called him my brother. Why would he? I just want to be close to... And I'm sitting there, Caryn, he doesn't want to be your brother. Get the hint, he doesn't want to be your brother. Or another time where she comes home, Antonius proposed to me. And I'm in high school, and I'm like, what? What do you mean Antonius proposed to me? Oh, but it was a friendship proposal. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, he got on one knee and, like friendship proposed to me. And I'm like, I've never had a guy friend of mine friendship propose to me. Never. Through all of these instances, and trust me, many more, both of them stayed so oblivious to each other's feelings. Both of them. But I am so glad that God gave me good wisdom and observation skills and just eyes, because I knew from the first day that those two met, I knew. Even though Antonius sometimes says that, I didn't really know, like I saw Caryn and I was hoping, but I didn't really know. No, you knew. You knew. They always skirted around each other. A fact that I don't know if Odette and San noticed growing up, but I always noticed because I would be third wheeling and be like, I'm third wheeling and I'm 10. This is gonna be the rest of my life. And even as they started dating and me and Sa would chaperone, we had to chaperone together, because if one of us went, we were invisible. So me and Shah would chaperone and be like, why are we even here? They're out there taking a walk 500 meters in front of us, not even noticing that we exist. But yeah, so when Caryn finally told me that she was dating Antonius, after how many years, all I could think was, okay, finally, they're gonna get married. That's it, they're gonna get married. I knew that once they started dating, it would either I don't know, maybe they had some horrible secrets that I didn't know about, and they decided, in crash and burn. It was going to be one of the two. It was going to crash and burn, or they're going to get married. But I knew, because I know both of them, that I know their character, I know their hearts, that they would end up getting married. I knew that the love and care that Caryn showed Antonius was special, and that he wouldn't fall away into just another crush, or just another, ooh, that boy's cute. It wouldn't fall away into that. This was something serious, because Caryn, when she sets her heart on something, she gets it. And she had set her heart on Antonius before I think she even realized she had. I say all of this to say that I feel incredibly blessed that not only does my sister, whom I love and care for, get to be with someone who will always look after and cherish her, but I feel equally as blessed that Antonius, who I've always seen as my brother, is now officially a part of my family. I'm so happy for you two. I know that you two will make a beautiful and strong, godly couple. And even when you get on my nerves with your PDA or your googly eyes at each other, I will always be thankful that you two chose each other. So, let's raise our glasses. Antonius, I want to say, you've always been part of the family, but welcome to the family. You, from an overprotective sister, you have more than met my standards for what I could have ever hoped for Caryn. And to Caryn, you've always been such a good sister, and I'm glad that you finally got Antonius to be your husband. I wish you both the best and a lifetime of happiness and godliness. To Antonius and Caryn.
Thank you, baby. I'd like to call up Leuasa and Naima. And then Harry. Yep.
Hi everyone, my name is Leuasa. I'm Antonius' sister, and of course I have just a few things to say. Where to start? Well, it's always been just me and Antonius. Whether it was pretending to sleep when Dad would walk past our room, crying on the piano together, forcing him to play dolls with me, reading comics together, and watching movies until we knew the scripts off by heart. Whatever we did it together. You've always been there to protect me, and you're always on my side, even when I'm clearly in the wrong. You stand firmly by me and insist I'm right, even when it's Dad. You're the only person who truly knows exactly what I'm thinking, someone who's always been on the same wavelength as me. The amount of inside jokes and little gestures we have is actually countless and something I'll always cherish. Of course, there were times where it wasn't just us. We had Odette with us throughout school, Giovanni coming over on holidays, and every time we went to Palmy, Shantae would be there. But at the end of the day, it was always us. Honestly, the thought never crossed my mind that one day there would be someone else. The day you and Caryn began your relationship together was one of both happiness, honest surprise. I was actually so blind, guys. I didn't see it. Because Caryn's so beautiful and nice. I was like, oh, she's just being nice to Antonius because that's just Caryn. But nonetheless, I knew, honest surprise, and I will admit even a little bit of jealousy. Nonetheless, I knew this was a relationship ordained by God. And the pure happiness I began to see in my brother was surreal. I will admit, I've always been a little self-centered in how I want things done and what makes me happy. But for the first time, seeing someone else so happy and finally get what they deserve has altered my outlook on so many things. I've been asked so many times what it feels like gaining a sister, and I don't think people understood. Caryn had already been part of our family for so long, it doesn't feel any different. Although the amount of affection is still a little new for us. Antonius, you have been my protector, my pillar, my voice of reason, and my best friend. And now God has rewarded your faithfulness with a pillar of your own. Caryn, you are more than a blessing, you are a godsend. Clothed in strength and dignity, my brother has truly been gifted with a woman of wisdom, devotion, and selflessness. I pray both of you continue to seek God in all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. I'm truly happy for both of you and can't wait to see what the future holds. Do we have some? Raise your glasses, everyone, with your water. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. NSYNC. I love you guys so much and will forever be in your corner.
Aww, beautiful. Right, hold it together.
Hello. Oh, that's loud. Hi, my name is Michael, if you don't already know me. And I'm on Antonius's groomsmen. I'm not best man, but it's okay. I'm young, so I get it. I kind of knew they were gonna get married because they're always flirting, but they didn't know. They're always like, oh, you look nice. But really, they like each other. So just, yeah, get married, which you guys are, so. But a lot of people were really jealous of you guys. Like, when I went to camp, people were angry at you for being so romantic to each other. Like, I would ask them, oh, who do you think is the most annoying here? And they would be like, those two. I was like, those are my cousins. And then I was like, oh, okay. But like, really, they are kind of really perfect. So, not kinda, sorry. You guys are good together. I hope you guys have like the best future together. And because Antonius is very like strong. I've seen that because he versed my uncle. Because like he was like really tugging, and all my cousins were just touching his bicep. So I enjoyed watching them do that. And Caryn, you're very happy all the time. Yeah, and when you guys are together, like, I would just look behind me and I'll just see you guys dancing, like anywhere. Like you could look away and then look back and they're just like. So then, yeah. I want to dance with someone, but the difference is when they dance, it's like perfect. They dance in front of the car, and it's on there, so just wait for it. But I'm very happy you guys are together, and you guys can spend the future together, and hopefully you guys have the best future. Cool. Raise your water.
My water. Thank you, everyone. We're just about to have dessert now. So, hold. Hi, family. Just mindful of time, and we will do the last speech because people are starting to leave without my permission. So we're just mindful of time. So right now, the last part of our program is Antonius and Caryn's speech. And then we have an item at the end. And then we can dance if you're up to it. I think we'll all be rolling, but hey.
Oh, man. I want to thank everybody that was able to make it here today, that you made the time to come here, because, yeah, I was really hoping something like this would happen, and Caryn has been hoping for something like this too. There were some setbacks that happened, but at the end of the day, the stuff that mattered actually pulled through. Yeah, I'm really thankful for the people here that have played a part in me and Caryn's lives. The parts that have actually helped us better both in our individual lives and also together. I'm really thankful for everyone here that turned up, that they actually want to show that they matter and that we matter to them. And I'm also thankful for God that He actually showed me who I was going to marry, even though I was denying it. Yeah. Yeah, I had the thought, but I kept on thinking, nah, that just must be my own thought. But no, it stuck and it stayed and it kept coming back and it kept.
I keep coming back.
Well, you did keep coming back. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Well, it actually makes sense because honestly, I don't really fall deeply in love with someone at first sight. It actually takes time, and I'm pretty sure God knew that. So Caryn coming around continuously over the years, and me coming to her too, yes. It actually went very deep, and I was so unaware that I was in love with her and she was in love with me. And neither of us knew until 11 years later, then we figured it out. But yeah, I couldn't really hope for anyone better than Caryn, honestly, because she's the only one that had been friends with me for more than 3 years. And she's really the one that I would consider my best friend. I always hoped I would marry my best friend, but never thought it would actually happen. Yeah, and she actually hoped that she would marry her best friend too, so we actually both got what we hoped for. Yeah, it's a huge blessing that everyone here helped us get to this stage in our lives, and I'm really thankful for God for not giving up on us before I even knew it began. But yeah, I'm very glad that everyone here helped us, and yeah, very thankful for you guys. Thank you. And ladies, not just the guys. Yeah.
No, I think you said honey.
No. Yeah. Thanks.
You're not saying anything. Okay. Well, thank you. Okay. I have one memory. Okay. My memory of Caryn and Antonius is when they were really young. They were playing in the back lawn of Tanga's house. They were playing in the back lawn, and they were really young. And Antonius was chasing the girls around the back lawn. And Caryn picked up Chelsea on her back, and she was running and trying to get up the stairs. And Antonius was right behind, grabbing Chelsea's clothes and pulling. And poor Caryn was still trying to get up the stairs, and we were watching from in the house. And then Caryn just turned around and says to Antonius, stop it. And Antonius went. And Caryn picked up Chelsea and carried her up the stairs. And Catherine looks out the window and she goes, "That's my daughter." So I shared this at Caryn's hen party. Caryn is very, very strong. What you see about her gentleness, her demeanor, she's a real lady. When we realized that Antonius was Caryn, the first thing Manuel and I said was, "Antonius, you have to be gentle with her. She's a lady. You cannot headlock her." All that, because that's how they all grew up. They all played together. I said, "You can't." I said, "Those days are gone. Caryn is a lady. She's a woman. She is not, you can't just headlock her and drag her all over I said, "You can't do that to her. She's a lady now." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And one of the things that Manuel shared about how Antonius is really affectionate, he is. Antonius was born just really affectionate. But the thing that I learned as a parent, Manuel and I, was Antonius would hug total strangers. We'd put him in rugby and we went to his training and we were sitting in the car and we noticed when the kids were training, we noticed Antonius wasn't there. So Manuel and I are looking and going, "Where's Antonius?" And Junior's brother, he was the coach and he was a big man. And when he turned around, Antonius had his arms wrapped around him and he was just swinging while all the rest of the kids were playing rugby. And Manuel goes, "Oh my gosh, he's hugging the coach." So, so I knew that he was really affectionate. So my family, we all knew that about him. So we used to say to him, "Son, if you want to hold somebody, you want to hug someone, you look for us. You cannot go and hug people without their permission." Yeah, so, and that's what I mean when I see how he's really affectionate with Caryn. I'm like, "Good luck, Caryn. There's a lot of love stored up for you, darling." But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm really, really happy. I'm so grateful you've all come to share this day with them. If you look at this wedding would not have been possible without our families helping. But Antonius paid for his wedding as well. So he's really, he saved up for his wedding. And I'm really proud of him. And I just want to thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. I had so much I wanted to say, but I think everybody has said it. And just really appreciate you all. And thank you for all the blessings that you're going to continue to pour into their lives. Because we all want their marriage to last. And it's going to take us to speak that into their lives. And that's another thing. Here, sorry. My mom used to say to us, she said, "Hey," with the young boys in our family, "a faint heart never won fair maiden." And I used to say that to Antonius a lot. I used to say to him, if you really like, you've got to pursue, And he really did. He really put his best foot forward for Caryn. And he really tried. Where I realized that there was more than friendship blooming on the horizon was when I'd noticed him circling under the clothesline. He was just talking, and I go, "Who are you talking to?" He goes, "Oh, Caryn." I go, "Oh, so good you have a friend." And he's like, "Okay." But then later on, I don't know what happened between the two friends, but it stopped. And then we noticed, I was hanging up washing, Antonius but he's going like this with his phone, going, and I go, and I'm hanging up washing, and I'm going, "Antonius, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, nothing." And I go, "How's Caryn?" He goes, "Oh, I haven't talked to her for ages." And I go, "What did you do?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know." So he kept going outside and trying to figure out. So he wrote a nice, lovely love note and told us it was friends. And then he sent it. So he read it to us, and I'm going, okay. And he sent it to Caryn, and Caryn replied with a thumbs up. And me and Manuel and Sa go, "Oh." I said, I'm sorry, you're in the friendship. And poor Antonius was like, oi, Carlo. And then a few weeks later, that's when I get home. But I got home and I was on a mission. My son was behind by, how many papers, Pastor Joe? 7. He had 7 assignments. And so Pastor Joe had rung me and said, Salu, Tonia says, I went, okay, I'm going to go home and fix this. And what does Tonius do? I have something to tell you. So we go, okay. So we're all sitting at the table. He goes, I just want you all to know that I finally realized why Caryn's not happy and that she was really pouring out her heart to me. And I said to her, Caryn, I love you too. And Manuel's sitting over here going, what? And Sar's going, it's all right, Daddy, I'm here for you. And poor Manuel's going, what's going on? And then Antonius goes, I love her, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, 7 assignments. Pastor Joe is not going to be impressed with this. And poor Antonius is pouring out his beans. And I go, you know what? I'm really happy for you, but that is not important right now, okay? I said, how are you going to feel when you fail? What are you going to show Caryn? Your X certificate? So my poor son was like, oh yes. I said, okay, Pastor Joe's just rang me and she said 7 assignments, Tonius. And he passed, and Pastor Joe helped him. He did. So God is good, eh? You can frame that for Caryn, darling. Oh, and another thing. Hey, this is my last bit because poor Pierre. Antonius got his full driver's license. I'm sorry, that is a big deal because my boy, he paid for it 5 times. He didn't pass the first time, and then his confidence was shot. And then he paid it and it kept postponing, and he finally went and did it. Why? Because Manuel and I told him, do you think you're driving off with Caryn on your restricted? I said, Caryn wants a man to drive her, not a restricted or learners. And he did it. He did it. It was so happy. My Lord. Hey. Okay, family. That's us for tonight. I think we're going to have an item, and then we'll pray, and we're going to take these tables away. Sorry, family, so that the girls can do their item. But love you all. Really appreciate you, and thank you all so much for coming. And the first dancer is Wesley. These are they're all first cousins. And Ariel, Jet, and Osa.
Drop to my knees by her bed at night. She talks to Jesus, and I close my eyes, and I thank God for all of the joy in my life. Oh, but most of all, for butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer, singing little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony bed, it's my first ride. I know the cake looks funny there, but I sure tried. Oh, with all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve a hug every morning and butterfly kisses at night. Sweet 16 today. She's looking like her mama, a little more every day. One part woman, the other part girl. To perfume and makeup, from ribbons and curls, trying her wings out in a great big world. But I remember butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer, singing little white flowers all up in her hair. You know how much I love you, Dad, but if you don't mind, I'm only gonna kiss you on the cheek this time. Oh, with all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve your love every morning and butterfly kisses at night. Oh, precious time. Oh, like the wind the years go by. Precious spread your wings and fly. She'll change her name today. She'll make a promise, and I'll give her away. Standing in the bright room, just staring at her. She asked me what I'm thinking, and I said I'm not sure. I just feel like I'm losing my baby girl. And she leaned over, gave me butterfly kisses with her mama there, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk me down the aisle, Daddy, it's just about time. And does my wedding gown look pretty, Daddy? Daddy, don't cry. Oh, with all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve her love every morning and butterfly kisses. I couldn't ask God for more. Man, this is what love is. I know I've gotta let her go, but I'll always remember every hug in the morning and butterfly kisses.
Do you hear me talking to you?
Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying. Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. Keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been what I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. They don't know how long it's when they say, wait for love like this. Every time we say we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we were loved every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. And so I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You'll hear the music, feel the air. I'll put a flower in your hair. Know the breezes, the trees, move so pretty. You're all I see as the world keeps spinning round. You hold me right here, right now. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed when we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. If I